Let me share the screen. Yeah, so we were preparing the query to get the student name, email for the class one. So if I run this query to check details are coming or not, so now we can see for class ID 1, we are having the, okay, so it is basically selecting everything, but we need to only select these details. So I'll copy this, and instead of the star, I need to paste, we need the only student name, student email, and student roll number. These three things I need. I do not need this complete details. So for that purpose, I have pasted here, but we need to create the relationship. So now for the relationship, for the student, so we can see student ID, this one is, it will go to the student table. Yeah, so this is the student table for roll number 2. So what I mean to say is this student roll number is matching for this student class ID. Okay, so student class ID. So basically I need to write here one more join student class, this SSC dot roll number equal to, okay, so this will be the next statement, basically join student I'm taking as S, similar as this one, basically ST on student class roll number. This basically roll number is equal to student ID. This, let me close all this. So student ID in the student table. So this is the student table, and here is student roll number. Okay, so no problem, we'll not take the student ID, we'll take the student roll number. So st dot class ID, yeah, roll number we are having. So now we'll run this query. So column ambiguously defined. Okay, some issue in our query is class ID. So this class ID, okay, so this class ID, it is not picking, so we need to write the class ID also. Class ID we have defined in the student class, so we'll write here the SSC student class, this one SC. So short form for this is SC, where SC dot, it's not coming, SC dot, SC dot class ID equal to 1. So now we will run this. Let's see. So now we can get the student name, email, and student roll number where class ID is 1. So this query is for getting the all the students under the class 1. Now I will pass the class ID as 2. So for second class ID, we are not having any students, so no data is coming. But let's see for third class ID what happens. So for third class ID also we are not having any student. So let's create the student for class third. You can see like class 1 and class 3, two classes are present. So now we'll create the student for class 3. So let's go ahead and take here the class ID as 3. And then we can give the student name as different name. We can give basic. Suppose I'm taking the Amrit. This student is present in student class 3. So we'll add this student admission of student we have done in the class 3. Now I will go to my query, this which we have prepared, and instead of now we are passing here the class 3. So let's say there were no student. Now we'll see like student is present or not. So now I have added one student, Amrit. So it is coming here. Although its roll number is coming 4, it should come as 1, but this student has been created and we are getting the data. Now we have to select in under which class it has created. So we'll go to the student. We can see class ID. Okay, class ID have not changed. I need to change here the class ID also actually. So because of this, it is not coming proper there. But if you see the relationship here in student class, so we can see one student has created with student class ID as it is taking student class ID is 567. It is matching with student roll number. Okay, so this is also auto incremented student class ID here. So this class ID is not same as that. This ID is from the table actually it is coming. So we'll go under this table, student class. Student class table. This is the third table, I think, should be student class. Yeah. So in this, if you see this third row, so this 7 is matching with third class. And if I go under third class details, we can see like how many students, 40 students are there. So this is the relationship in the table. Now we need to implement this query to get the details of the student. So this is for first class, 2 students are present, and then for class 3, we have added one student. We'll add one more student to the class 3. Okay, let's see. So this will add anything we can give name as. So we are giving gopi@gmail.com class 3, and rest of details I'm keeping the same. So now we'll see in the table with class ID 3, there are 2 students are present now. Roll number 4, 5, Amrit and Gopi, 2 students are present. So similarly, we can do the admission of multiple students here. So this is the next student under same class. So if I'll see, third student has been generated. So same way we can add the like as much as students we can add, but we need to give the only limit. Like here the class size we are giving as 40. I mean for a student class. Uh, Let me show in the class table. So for class ID 3, we are giving the class size as 40. So we should not add students more than 40. So we can add a student as much as possible, but we should put the limit like only 40 students should be added to that class. So next, one more thing improvement we can do. Students should not be added more than class size. Hmm. Yeah. So this way, like I can add the multiple student also, just to showcase. Suppose I'm adding the third student. So one more student I have added. Similarly, now the admission was written like what things were working last time is here I have written. Um, on top like class creation we are able to do successfully. We are able to add the subjects for the one class and we can do the admission of a student. So individually one by one we can do the admission also. Same thing in the process happens in school. One student at a time generally go for the admission. Then second student will fill the form. They will take the admission. So that way we are able to do the admission of a student one by one. Now there are some problems. So like we'll resolve whatever this we have listed down one by one. So now main functionality is this query we have written, this one. So these all the details we are getting from the database side, but actually we should, when we hit the gate, this one, I will go to the class. When I hit this endpoint, like for class ID one, give me all the students detail. So that all details should come here in the response, but it is not coming. So for that we have to mainly implement the code. So these details we have to get. Just come in 1 second. Okay. So now we'll write the code for this basically for the class ID one. Class ID one, we have to write the code. So first we'll select some exception is coming here. So let me close all of this. And this is an endpoint get class with class ID one. So we'll go ahead to this endpoint here in class controller for get mapping this one, get class by class ID we are doing. So our control is coming here. If I will show from here, so our control is coming. So it is coming here. Now it will go to the service layer. We are getting the class ID as one. That's fine. Now we'll go to the service layer. So in service layer, it is calling find by ID. So find by ID, it is calling on the this student repository. sorry, this repo. So repo is for the class repository. It is going to the class and directly searching on the class ID. So it is going to the class, this class, student class, and then where ID equal to 1, this thing. So what it is doing, basically this query, uh, yeah, this repo dot find by id. Repo dot find by id means in the class table, whatever the with id 1 data is there, fetch that. So it is getting the data for this only. It should get the it will get the data for this, but we need the this data we need, we need the list of all the student. So we need to write the logic for this query, not for this one. So currently for this find by id, basically find by id means where id equal to 1 in the class table, get that detail. So as per present logic, we are calling just find by id, but find by id will not work now. uh, okay, so what we have to do is, I will comment this, or we will keep this as it is. I will create one more method. So let me create one more method from here. And I will give it some different name. Class identifier, suppose I am giving. So name I have created. Now basically in this which repository we should create. So I will go to the class repository only. Here we have last time written some query. So this was for the update. Same way we have to write one more query. So we'll copy this. This will not be the update query. So modify will not be there. And then update will not come. We need to paste our query from here. Let's copy this query and put it here. So wherever the update is there, we'll write the select, and we need to select from select where class is there. So we'll correct where first. So in where what we are doing is where this c dot class id. One example I will take. Uh, Let me open the IntelliJ. We are having the join query from the another project. We have under this, I think, in this project, No problem. We'll try to first create a query from here itself. So first we'll write the simple query, select query, select so this time we'll take it as select state name. So these all the query will be this only, but here the little format is different. So we need to change that format. Wherever the where clause is there, where clause set student name. Okay. So this set part will not come for us. Hmm. And this will also not be there. Here we need to take the class ID. Select so let's copy paste as it is. Okay, we have added this. Now here we need the class ID and we'll be giving the class ID from here. Same I will give here also, and I will get the method name I will put is get class by class ID, and what else? We are just giving the class ID. So this will be there, class ID and at the rate param. So this second thing is not required. Class ID we are taking as int. What it is saying now, set method return type to void. So we have to not take the void here, we have to take the list of student. We need to create one class basically. So under the DTU, I will create one class for the student. So for one class, we want to get the list of the student. So class students response, I'm giving the name and I'll add here. I'll add here the list of the student basically. I'll add the getter setter for this. Okay. So now here under the student class, we need three values. One is the student, what we are printing here three values: student name, email, and roll number. So student name, email, and roll number. Okay. So instead of this class, we can create another one. Here I will pass the student details. Same thing I will pass here. Here also. We'll create one more class as student details just to get only those three fields. And those three fields are first field is name, student name, public, sorry, private. We need to take the field as private, string student name. Then second field is email. And third field is our roll number, I think. Student roll number. We'll add the getter, setter, and toString for it. And also one constructor, default constructor we can give. Source, generate getters and setters for we need for all of them, and then we need the toString also. So now we have created this class, and here we have taken the list of that. Now we will go to our query class repository. So here we can take the student instead of list of the student response. Okay, so let's pass the list only. Student details. So fix project setup. Add type parameter to get class by ID. What is the problem here? List. Student details. Same thing I have written here, right? So no problem. So now we'll see like this class ID. Let's start the application and we'll see if any error or any problem is coming up. So once, okay, here in service layer also we need to make some modification. So here in service layer, we are writing this. So we have to not write this, we need to remove. And here classroom will not be there. List of student details. Repo dot get class by ID. ID we are giving from here. So now what error it is giving is create in the super class. So method name we have to see what we have given. Superclass it is saying okay. So interface level we'll create that, no problem here. That's fine. Okay, what else? Now we'll save this. Okay, this error is gone now. Now we'll go to our controller. From controller, we are calling get class by ID. So here get class by, it is still going to this one. So we need to change this method name in our controller. I'll go to the class controller. For now, I'm commenting this, and here I will paste that method. So this is the list of the, will be the list of student details. Okay, we can do one thing instead of changing here. We'll create one more. We'll copy this. Instead of modifying here, I will take the another endpoint. We'll modify there because existing functionality is changing. So we'll take the get only. I'll write here ID. Then next thing will be this get class by identifier. Suppose I'm changing whatever the I made changes here. I do as it is. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, now here, what we have to do is this is asking for import. So we'll import Java list. Then it will ask to import the student class, student details. We have imported that. Now here, if the class details not equal to null, will not do anything for now. Then it will throw the exception. So in the response we have to send this list. API response we have created, I think. Here we have to take the student. What was the name of the class? Student class student response. Only two places it we are using it. So I'll go under this how we have written here API response. It is taking okay. Hmm. Login from to controller. What a problem is here is rename class details. So we are adding this to this, and then response dot. Yes, so we can do one thing. We can directly return here response entity of the our this class, student class. Problem here is creating, okay, it is asking to create outside. So no problem, we have created outside. Then it is asking to initialize. Let's try to debug this. This piece of code is, this one is not required. Hmm. We put the debugger and we need to start this. I will duplicate this also. It is running or giving some exception. Okay. Let's restart again and close other